Okay, everyone. Obviously, this is a different day at a different time, but I wanted to continue what I was doing with the Ugee monitor and continue my review of it since I've got a chance now to look at it. And I'm sitting over here, that's why I'm pointing over here. To look at it with a couple different programs and see how I like it and if I had any issues or anything. So far, it works really well in all the programs that I've tried it in. The only problem I had, which when I looked into it before and after I got the monitor set up, there is an issue with getting the pin pressure to work. A lot of people had some issue with it. A couple people complained about they didn't even get it to work at all. It did take me about an hour to an hour and a half to figure out why it wasn't doing it and how to get it to work. There were a couple different solutions people had posted to fix that and make sure that it worked properly. The first one was that I addressed anyway was it maybe drivers. The disc comes with older drivers, so you can update it. The older drivers and the new drivers online didn't seem to fix it as far as working in other programs. Excuse me, my earring just fell out into my hair. Putting in the updated drivers didn't seem to fix the problem. It did make it work better. Another thing I saw was upload actually Wacom Cintiq drivers, and that worked for somebody. That made it not work at all for me, so I had to like uninstall everything and reinstall it to actually make it pick up my tablet at all. The next thing that I found was to go into the tablet settings, and I will do a little desktop recording to show where to go for that. But is to go in there and make sure the pin pressure is working. I did go in there and check that, and it was working. But in the end, what worked for me was to go and uninstall the drivers, reinstall the newest one, and before opening up a program, to go into the settings and test the pin pressure under each color, because there's like black, red, and green, to go in and like test it, and it almost like acted like it set up the pin pressure, and then when I opened up Photoshop it worked. So I'm thinking that kind of like calibrated it for the pin pressure. Now there are settings in Photoshop you will want to make sure are turned on in the brush preset, otherwise it doesn't pick up on the tablet. But after I got that fixed, I haven't had any problems with it. The pin works well. The monitor has nice color. You gotta set up the tablet monitor as like a mirrored monitor and not a second monitor. So if you're someone who likes to have a second monitor, unless your setup is good for 3 monitors, you're just gonna have to have a mirrored monitor and then your regular monitor. The color looks nice, contrast looks nice. I'm looking at it over here. It's a nice size. I got the 19-inch. They do come in I think a 21-inch as well. So if you want something a little bit bigger, for me 19 inches plenty big, especially since I'll probably be drawing with it in my lap. I feel like the 21-inch may be a little too much. But it's going to be perfect for what I do with it. I'm going to do mainly work in Photoshop with digital coloring. I do have a program that I plan on when I start putting together my comic book that I'll be using for that. I've been in there a little bit. I haven't been in there a whole lot. But as far as the settings and the pin pressure working, it works fine in that. It's, let me check the program really quick for you. Where did it go? Where is it? There it is. I found it. Hold on. Let me pop it up. Manga Studio. That is the program I have. So that one works well. There is a sketchbook program that comes with it. Sketchpad, I'm sorry. There's a Sketchpad program that you can install as well with this that comes in. It works great in that. No real complaints so far on this tablet. I did have a weird thing with my sound happen, but I don't think it's because of the tablet. Oh, I guess the only thing that I can kind of a con that I found on it is I believe it's an LED monitor, which means that certain angles, it can kind of distort the image a little bit, where it looks not like as far as proportions or anything, sorry, but at certain angles it does distort a little bit, not necessarily with angles or sizes or anything, but with dark contrast. It gets that funky, like, overcasty thing in certain things. It's just a matter of tilting it properly to whatever angle that you need so that you're looking at the screen properly. Anything else that I may have? With this monitor. It is a little heavy and bulky, but I do believe, let me lift it up real quick. I do believe that this bracket comes off. So, oh, looks like it's with screws. Looks like there may be 4 screws. So it does look like that the, I don't want to call it a bracket, on the back can come off. There's 4 screws. You gotta unscrew it, which sometimes can be a little inconvenient if you're constantly wanting to switch back and forth. But other than those things, I don't really have any like real strong cons for this monitor. It obviously doesn't have all the bells and whistles that a Cintiq has. And that concludes my review for the Ugee graphics tablet monitor. I think I said that right. I would definitely recommend it. It's a great price for the item, especially compared to the Cintiq. Obviously, if you prefer like the Cintiq and the Wacom brand in general, if you got the money for it, go ahead, get it. But if you're looking for something cheaper, or maybe it's like kind of a first time thing for you and you don't want to spend as much money, but you want something that's decent quality, definitely go with the Ugee monitor. But if you'd like to see more of these types of videos in the future, let me know, like reviews of items that I get, or any suggestions of items. I don't have the best budget, but if it's something that it may be like viable, I can do that. And once again, if you have any suggestions for like tutorials or subscription boxes or anything you'd like a book you'd like me to read or anything else like that, let me know. If you'd like to continue to see these kind of videos or anything else I've done in the past, or if you got any other suggestions, please comment below. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and DeviantArt with the same name that is here on my channel. So please follow, like, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you another day.